I got up and was getting ready, and I did something that a lot of people do first thing in the morning, and that is I stepped on the scale. Now, I'm not going to give you numbers here, but in March, I weighed about 10 pounds less. And of course, I was getting ready to go to France, and life was amazing, and everything was great, and so it was easy to lose weight and, just not even think about it. But when I stepped on the scale this morning, I was 10 pounds up from where I was then. Now, for some people, they're like, 10 pounds, bro, I've been up a lot more than that. For other people, they're like, oh, I can't believe that you would have gained that much weight. But no matter where you fall on that spectrum, when you see the number go up, it kind of makes you go, And so today, I don't know. I was thinking about what I wanted to do for breakfast. Do I want to go get something for breakfast? I usually don't, but maybe today I'll go get something. So I'm headed to a place that everybody in this area would love to go for breakfast. Hardest part about this is deciding what am I going to get. Am I going to buy one donut? One donut. No. I'm going to buy more than that. Thank you. Have a good day. So, we've been looking at the Gospel of Luke for the last several weeks, and today we're going to be in Luke chapter 9. And in Luke chapter 9, Jesus says some pretty incredible things. Starting in Luke 9, verse 23, listen to what it says. Then he said to them all, "Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross daily and follow me. For whoever wants to save their life will lose it. But whoever loses their life for me will save it. What good is it for someone to gain the whole world and yet lose or forfeit their very self?" Some really powerful words from Jesus here. And so today, I've been thinking about where I am physically and things of that nature. And I came up here to Round Rock Donuts, one of my favorite places on the planet. And as I think about the first thing that Jesus says, he says, anyone who comes after me must deny themselves. That's really big words. Deny yourself. Like, say no to yourself. Right? Like, deny. Say no. Deny those desires and wants that you have of your own. And instead pursue something else. So, my question to you this morning to start us out is why is it so hard to say no to ourselves? Why is it so hard to deny ourselves? Because it is. I've got 2 donuts sitting in this bag that I would really love to eat. Should I? Why is it hard to say no? And then as we think about what Jesus is asking for us to do, what he's saying is deny yourself. All those things that you think are right, put those to the side and do what Jesus says is right. This isn't just donuts we're talking about here, folks. This is life decisions and doing things the way that God has asked us to. He says, if you want to follow me, Jesus says, then you need to deny yourself. Say no. Are you willing to do it? Are you willing to say no? Not only does Jesus tell us that we need to deny ourselves. But then he goes the next step. He says, you need to deny yourselves and take up your cross daily. Meaning that Jesus is trying to get us to understand that this is a journey, that this is an everyday thing. Why else does he put the word daily in there? Take up your cross daily. That burden to bear, you carry that with you each day. That obligation, that feeling of I need to be doing this. Take up your cross daily. This is the hard part. As we carry the mantle of being a follower of Jesus, it's hard for us to do that each and every day. We get worn out. We get tired. We get fatigued from doing what we know we need to do. But that doesn't change what is needed here. It just changes our resolve and what we need to do in the situation. So not only is this about denying ourselves and saying no to the things that we want, which is super hard to do, but it's also about carrying that mantle of being a follower of Jesus and not just picking it up and taking it with us, not just calling ourselves a Christian when it's convenient for us, but each and every day we follow Jesus. We take up our cross and follow him. Daily is such an important thing. So where are you in the process here? Is denying yourself really difficult? Do you have a hard time with self-control? And not only that, but are you having a difficult time carrying your cross daily? Bearing that burden of being a follower of Jesus? While there's grace and mercy, it's also a difficult thing to do. Where are you in the process? How are you doing when it comes to carrying your cross daily? As I was thinking about all this, I also started thinking about, well, what are the other things that I sacrifice for? What are the things that I give things up for? Like, am I willing to give up something in order to gain something else? And if that's the case, then what things am I willing to sacrifice for my faith? You know, if Jesus says, if I would come after him, I must deny myself, take up my cross, and follow him, well then, what is it that I'm willing to give in this? I'm willing to give for a lot of other things. I'm willing to sacrifice for a lot of other things. For my family, for sports, for whatever else it might be. But what am I willing to give for God? And so, as we think this week about following Jesus and pursuing Jesus, I hope you'll think about what it is you are willing to give up. What is it that you will sacrifice? What is it that you will willingly give so that you can be a true follower of Jesus? It doesn't always look like hardcore sacrifice, but sometimes it does. What are the things that we need to give of ourselves in order to be people who follow Jesus? What is it that's stopping you from following Jesus? Whatever it is, I hope this week that you'll give it up. Thing that Jesus says in this passage is, you must deny yourself, take up your cross daily, and follow me. Meaning, not only is it about denial of self, not only is it about carrying that mantle of being a follower of Jesus, but it's also about actually doing what he says. Actually doing what he says. And so here's the challenge. Not only do we have to say no to the things that we want, not only do we have to carry the cross carry that burden with us, but we also have to be people who actually do what Jesus says. And so here's what I want you to think about today. Maybe denying yourself, like you're like, I got that. I can put myself in the back seat for a little while and do what Jesus wants me to do. Or maybe you even say, it's not that big of a deal to be for people to know that I'm a follower of Jesus. Like, I can handle that. But maybe it's this last part, the actually doing what he asks us to do, that's so difficult. So my challenge to you is not only to deny yourself and to proudly wear the name of Jesus, but to also be someone who does what he says. Will you be willing to accept that charge? Will you be willing to be someone who does what Jesus says? That's the challenge this week. Don't just say it, do it. Hope you have a great week. See you next week.